Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today we got to talk about a new tourist record in the Dominican Republic for July 2023. That should put a smile on every investor's face who's investing in the Dominican Republic. And if you're not, you better hurry up and get on board because the record will keep going every month in 2023, a new record. For the first 7 months, a new record. What do you think's going to happen in August? More than likely a new record. Why? Because of the infrastructure being built all over the island. And one important note, just in case you're new, 60% of all air traffic visitors land at one airport. Guess where it is? Do. Time's up. Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. That's right. And welcome. Stop struggling now, gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, I want to thank you so much for being here. Please share the videos because you never know who is still sleeping, who has no information, not knowing that they can buy property, condos, villas, townhomes. How about for less than $100,000? How about for around $50,000? You can get studios and one bedrooms in certain projects, but those days are going because those units are selling so fast. You can build wealth relatively simply. Now, let's get into it, shall we? We're going to go to the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page, and it looks like we're not on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page, but we will get there. Let's go. Now, what I want you to notice, though, is notice the SSN Academy, SSN University. That's what you need to notice here. And notice that we have members of the channel. Of course, some of you are subscribers, but not everybody's a member. Here are some of the few members here that I greatly appreciate. And there's others, and YouTube kindly shows a few here. Now, if you'd like to become a member of the channel, then you would hit this join button over here on the right hand side, and under this community tab you would start paying attention because you would receive one or two videos specifically for you during the month. You would also receive special messages specifically for you under the community tab. You can also receive the link to join me on any live stream that we do. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is our standard live streams, but then like yesterday or 2 or 3 days ago on Tuesday night, I did an impromptu live stream. So, once again, any live stream you can join me on screen. And then on Wednesday night, only members with the icon, which are members of the channel, they're the only ones that can be in the chat room on our 8:50 p.m. Wednesday night live stream. Now, without further ado, let's get into this exciting news. Extra exciting news for people who are traveling, investing, whether it's business or personal. And Minister Callado said it once again. We did it again. We continue to set tourist records. That's right, they do. Can you imagine this, ladies and gentlemen? Visitors, 792,981. I believe this number includes cruise, but we'll see. Because we're going to delve into this. This is exciting. All I will tell you is we keep track here. So July of 2022, there was also a record. It was around 700 and 730, 740, somewhere in there. You can search the channel to find out exactly. But I knew it was going to be somewhere between 790 and 810 based on the June numbers. I do not recall what the August numbers were, so I cannot make a prediction for August. But whatever the August numbers were, it's going to be 20 to 40,000 less than last year, which will present a new record for August. And in case you still haven't been paying attention, JetBlue Vacations about 3 months ago reported that their number one destination for June, July, and August for their JetBlue Vacations branch, Dominican Republic. What does that tell you? And you want to know why? It's kind of like 80 degrees there probably right now, day, night, with a little breeze. And they have some of the awesome all-inclusive resorts. And now they're having more and more Airbnb, VRBO, short-term rental locations are coming on board. And the more of those that come on board, the better. Now, let's get into it, shall we? Just a little bit better so we understand what's going on. Unprecedented influx of visitors with a total of 792,981 non-resident arrivals in the month. We love that. Now, the achievement has solidified July 2023 as the best month in the history of the Dominican tourism. All right, previous records set in July and December of 2022. Did I tell you about July? And yes, even December 2022 was a record and another surprise. So can you imagine? January through August is for sure prime time. And now you start including December. The only months you have to really be concerned about is when the weather starts getting kind of funny, September, October, November. But if you can get those months even half to a little bit more than a half, then you would be doing great from a real estate investment standpoint or a business investment. Now, let's get into the numbers. Callado revealed that out of the total visitors, 652,000 were foreign visitors, while 140,000 were Dominican nationals. Either way, it's a record. These numbers signifies a 34% increase from 2019, and everybody on podcast, a 41% increase compared to 2021, and 8% increase from the previous year. Awesome. But here's the other thing. The cruise passengers, which generally doesn't have anything to do with our real numbers, because generally cruise passengers, when they get off, they stay within a certain area because they're generally only going to be they're only going to be on shore for maybe 6 hours, 7 hours maximum. So that is something that you have to consider as well. Now, let's see where else we're going with this. Here it is. The cumulative total for January to July showed an outstanding 1.4 million cruise passengers, which is great for the economy. That is awesome. A feat that Callado described as unparalleled in the history of Dominican tourism. And guess what? They're opening up another cruise port and they're expanding another cruise port. So expect the cruise passengers for those areas to improve in tourism and economics as well. Now, here's the historic achievement. The first 7 months, 6.295, so that's 6.3 roughly, visitors in the first 7 months of this year. This period saw a total of 4.9, I rounded up, tourists arriving by air. That's the one we care about when we invest there. Unless we're hanging around the cruise passenger terminals and we have a business there or real estate there, even that's a good location. But 4.9, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be past the Dominican Republic. They're gonna be past 5.2 after this month of August. It's probably gonna be something like maybe 5.4, 5.5. It's gonna be somewhere in that area. Once you understand 5.2 means 100,000 visitors per week is coming to the island. And in fact, it's higher than that. So when you start breaking things down and start realizing, hey, wait a minute, 60% of all tourists go through the Punta Cana airport, you start realizing 60,000 per week need a place to stay. And some people aren't single. So Now what happens when it goes above 5.2 and it goes somewhere towards 7.7? Now you're going to have over 100,000 passengers potentially landing and arriving through the Punta Cana airport. That tells you you need to start getting real estate or starting a business in that region. 30 or 40 miles from that airport would be a very, very good idea. Prices are starting to escalate, so you better get in now. There's links down below for projects that you can go check out, and we have our favorite realtors that you can contact on WhatsApp. Now, let's keep on moving, because the United States leads the list because 54% of all visitors come from the U.S. Canada has 8%. That's a large discrepancy. What's not on here, notice Spain is 3.7. This is very interesting. Hardly any other EU countries are coming. But there's a reason. When people have to start living paycheck to paycheck around the world and inflation starts rising, and inflation is higher outside of the United States, that means people start rolling back their tourism dollars. Now, in terms of visitors, New York has the highest visitors, but I don't know how they rate that unless they're coming from New York Airport. That kind of makes sense. Followed by Miami, which kind of makes sense. Bogota, Colombia, Lima, Peru, and Santiago also on the list. Once again, records, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing more to be said here, quite frankly, other than the fact that there's some people still sleeping on real estate investments, starting a business there, business investments. So that way you can actually ride the wave without having to do anything, and it's all brand new, which makes it even more of a tourist destination. And in case you haven't gotten the memo, you can go the best of the best from TripAdvisor for 2023. Number 9 on the list, Dominican Republic. The best of 2023 on TripAdvisor, voted by TripAdvisor people, not the company, the actual visitors that go around the world. Dominican Republic is on the most popular list. Number 9. You don't think more people won't be coming next year after they see these super projects? Let me just give you an idea of what's going to happen in 2 years. Not now, but in 2 years. Let's go back to the screen. I'm going to show you just one such project that I love myself. I'm just going to give you a little preview. Look at this right here. This is on a ridge. This can see the ocean from the ridge on the horizon, but it also overlooks Punta Cana City. And look at this boardwalk that you see here down below with the pools, the beach clubs, the restaurant, nightclubs, little pubs are going to be there. 3 kilometers. In case you don't know what that means in miles, 1.8 miles. This would be unheard of. There's no other project like this in the world so far. So check the videos where I said the best real estate, and I should reiterate, the best residential real estate in the world. So far, I've had number 1 and number 2 out there. It's TRX Exchange and L&I Con in Greece. TRX Exchange is in Kuala Lumpur, and L&I Con is in Athens, Greece. Those are the first ones. If you have an entry for some of the best residential real estate projects in the world, please make it in the comments down below. We're still searching, but I just wanted you to see this one particular project that you can see here called Larimar. And if you want to find out, yes, a 1-bedroom at Larimar is under $100,000. How about $94,000? Prices go up 2 months from now, 2.5%. 2 bedrooms are roughly starting around 130, 140, 150, and they keep rising because they've come up with some new configurations which get you up to 180, 190. But if you keep waiting, next year they're going to be breaking records. This won't even be ready for 2.5 years. So you have plenty of time. No credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry. Nobody's stopping you. And with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why when we talk, no credit check, no qualifying, no barriers to entry, this is true. Put down 10%, 30 or 40% during construction. So you're putting in your down payment as they're constructing it. And you also got a low price because once they build it, it's going to be valued at a higher value. Win-win. And with all that said, keep your head up Keep moving. And I'm out.